Hello everyone, this is Marika and I welcome you all to this new session of Nursing Management with me. In our previous sessions, we have discussed various topics where we have discussed about human resource and human resource management within the organization. We also discussed the role of a nurse within the hospital as well as the function of healthcare professionals when they provide services in a community area. We have discussed the different functions that are performed in order to maintain the human resource in the community setup as well as in the hospital setup. In this session today, we are going to start a new topic which is categorizing nursing professionals. As the term suggests, categorizing nursing professional means to categorize the people within the nursing profession, give them a different position according to the responsibilities that are carried out by them as well as according to the positions they are hired in. Before we go on and discuss the categories of nursing professionals, one very important thing that we should understand is job description. According to the job description, the nursing professionals are categorized into different categories. Today in this session, we are first going to discuss what is a job description, what are the purposes of job description, and then we will discuss about categories of nursing professionals. To begin with, what is job description? Again, from the term itself, it is very clear that the job description refers to describing a job that a person is assigned to perform. But why are we studying about job description, or why is job description necessary? Now, it has been found by many different studies that when job description is not given to employees, not just the employees of the hospital, but employees working in different organizations, when there is lack of job description, the people working within the organization, the staffs of the organization are not conscious about the roles and responsibilities that he or she should carry out. Therefore, there is a definite need of job description. Job description is required in order to make people aware about the roles, the responsibilities that they should carry out. And various studies have been conducted which have shown that people are not productive in an organization when job description is not clarified to them. It has also been seen that because of the lack of knowledge about one's own job as well as the job or responsibilities of the members in the team, the organization does not function smoothly or the productivity of the organization decreases. Especially in a healthcare setup, the job description is very much necessary in order to make sure that the care provided to the patient is appropriate and it is carried out effectively. There can be various problems that may arise when proper job description is not given to the staff, especially to the healthcare staffs. So by far we've understood that we as a staff working in any organization must not only be aware about what is our job or what is my job description, but also must be aware about the job description of the other team members in order to increase the productivity of the organization. There was a study that was conducted on medical officers. The medical officers were observed as well as interviewed, and in that study it is found that the medical officer who actually heads the entire medical department of the hospital themselves were not clear about the roles and responsibilities that they should carry out. Which means if they are not aware about their own duties, their own responsibilities, they will not be aware about the people who are working under them, and therefore the productivity of the organization comes down. Not just in medical professional, but in fact in many different types of organization, it has been seen that people or staffs who are supposed to perform certain responsibilities, certain duties, show deficiencies in their responsibilities. Why does this happen? This happens because they are not aware about their duties, roles, and responsibilities. They do not know what they should do, what they are expected to do, and therefore there will be deficiencies in the care that is provided to the patient as well as the productivity of the organization. Thus, providing a job description is one of the most important thing in order to make sure that the organization organization is functioning in an effective manner. Here, the job description must not only be given to the people working at the top tier, but to each and every manpower within the healthcare system. From the medical officer to the grade 4 workers, every other employee in the organization must be aware about their roles, about their duties that they must carry out. And so providing a job description and also providing the training related to the job description of an individual helps the organization to function in a smooth manner. Let us have a look on what is a job description. A job description is a statement of the basic purpose of the particular job, which means a job description describes what is the purpose of the job. If I am hired as a staff nurse, what is my purpose? What is my aim? Why am I hired? That is what is described in job description. The first thing that a job description includes is the purpose of the particular job. Along with the purpose of particular job, it also includes the significant task that is to be carried out once a person is hired for the job. Another important thing that a job description consists of is the extent of authority that is given to the individual who is appointed for the job. And it also includes the downward horizontal relationship that an individual has to maintain in order to perform effectively in that position. Job description is a statement which says what is this job for, what is the purpose of the job, what is the authority that is given to the person who comes for the job, who is selected for the job, and with whom the person has to maintain the relationship upward as well as horizontal in order to function smoothly in that position, as well as all the significant tasks the individual has to carry out being in that position. The specification of the task and the responsibilities must form the basis of appointing a new employee as well as for the promotion of the existing employee, which means when the job is properly described, when the person is aware about what is to be carried out, what are the various responsibilities that comes with the job, new employees who are appointed will be clear about their job responsibilities, and the existing employees, if needed to give a promotion, will also be evaluated according to the job that has been assigned to the employee. The next thing that we have seen in job description is maintaining a horizontal as well as upward and downward relationship. The job description also describes with whom the relation is to be maintained by the person who is appointed. Now, what is the need for defining the relationships to be maintained? This helps to establish a clear supervisory channel as well as the duplication of the work and overlapping of the work can be avoided. When we are aware about whom we should report to and whom we can supervise, it becomes easier to prevent duplication and overlapping of work. Another very important thing that we should understand is job description. Once it is given to the employee, as I told, it includes the description of the job, what they are expected to do, and what are the various roles and responsibilities that are assigned to them. There's a problem that comes with giving a job description to the employees. What is the problem that we can face after giving a job description to the employees? The employees may see those jobs that are assigned to them as the only job that they must perform. So when any work is assigned to them, they may say that this is not my job. That happens because people are given a job description and people think that only those written statements are the responsibilities that are to be carried out by them. Therefore, in order to avoid such problems, the job description must be seen as a guideline and not as a rule. I hope you've got basic idea about what is job description. Moving on, let us see the definition of job description. You can see on the screen that it is written that a job description refers to the duties, the responsibilities, and the task that is to be carried out by the individual who is appointed, and also the characteristics of an individual that is required in order to perform the job. We already have been discussing about job description, and it is very clear that job description gives a detailed explanation about the duties, the roles, the responsibilities that an individual has to carry out after being selected for the job. And along with that, it also describes the characteristics that an individual must possess in order to function efficiently in that position. So job description is a primary management vehicle for communicating the roles, the responsibilities, the authorities that are given to the person who is hired for the particular job. The duties that are listed in the job description must include every task the employee is expected to perform throughout the week, as well as other simple tasks that the employee may have to perform during the working hour. So job description gives the detail of what the employee is expected to do. And if the employee is able to complete 90 to 95% of what the job description asks the employee to perform, then the employee can be considered for performance appraisal. In order to give performance appraisal, the work or the performance of the employees are evaluated. So whenever performance appraisal are given to the employees, it should be made sure that the employees are at least completing 90 to 95% of what is given in their job description. Another important thing that we should understand is that every organization is different. If we take different IT companies who perform the same job, it is not necessary that every IT companies will have the same job description for all its employees. Similarly, like that, even in hospital, we see that the job description varies from one organization to another. Even though it varies from one organization to another, the job description in every organization must contain some of the important things, which includes the very first one is the job title. So every job description will have a job title. It is a name that describes someone's job. Every job description consists first thing that is job title. For example, staff nurses, nursing superintendent. It is the job title that is given for the particular job. The next important thing that a job description will have is the department. Now, what is a department? A department is a section within a large organization. One particular employee, whenever they are hired, are provided with a particular department wherein they perform their tasks. So, department must be clearly mentioned in the job description. The third thing that a job description includes is a job grade. Again, from the term we can understand a job grade is a classification system where the employees are grouped in a particular position or are given a particular position according to the level of knowledge, experience, and the skills that they possess. A job grade is a grade that is given to a particular position within the organization. It is a classification, or we can say that it is a way of grouping the employees according to the skill, knowledge, and experience of each employee. Let us move on and discuss the purposes of job description. We have the job description, but what are the purposes of job description? Why is it actually required? The first purpose is for job analysis and classification. So in order to understand what kind of job it is, what kind of job is to be performed, what are the different roles and responsibilities that comes with the job, for the candidate to analyze the job that he or she is applying for, job description is helpful. The next reason why job description is helpful is for recruitment purpose. We already know what is recruitment. Recruitment is a process of attracting a pool of candidates so that the capable candidate can be selected for the particular position. So when proper job description is given, there will be many number of candidates according to the job description who would like to apply for the position. The next purpose of job description is delegation of responsibilities. So obviously, delegating responsibility is one of the most important things for which a job description is required. Job description is where all the roles and responsibilities to be carried out are specified, and therefore it helps to delegate the responsibilities in much better way. And the last two purposes of job description is for staff development as well as for the appraisal of the staffs. So far, we have discussed what is a job description and what are the purposes of job description, why is it required. Now, let us see what are the major guidelines that are to be followed while writing a job description. The very first guideline to be followed is to allocate the title that clearly explains the nature of the job. Whenever a title is given for the job, the title must always be as such which describes the nature of the job. For example, a nursing superintendent. So from the title itself, we can understand that she is supposed to supervise other nursing staffs within the organization. So the first guideline is to make sure that whenever a title is selected for the particular job, it at least gives an idea about the nature of the job. The second important guideline is to also have a description about the job, a brief description about what the job expects from the employee. The third important guideline to be followed is while we write the job description, the activities, the responsibilities that are to be carried out by the particular employee must be organized in a proper manner with the major responsibilities written on the top. Whenever a job description is written, we should always make sure that the major responsibilities that the employee is assigned with are always written at the first, and it must be arranged in a logical manner. Next important guideline to follow is to write in a clear and concise manner to avoid any kind of confusion. And the last guideline to follow is that the job description must be reviewed periodically. Why do we have to review the job description periodically? Because every job comes with different responsibilities and the job responsibilities may be changed time and again. In order to make sure that the job description includes every different responsibilities that the individual has to carry out, it must be reviewed and updated periodically. So that is all for today's session. In this session today, we have discussed about job description, the purposes of job description, and what are the guidelines to be followed to write a job description. And in our next session, we will be discussing about categorizing the nursing professionals. I hope the class was helpful. Thank you and have a great day ahead.